Well, welcome, folks, to this, our 6th instalment of A League of Our Own. An opportunity to touch base with the first team players, and also they can tell us a little bit about one of the teams which is in our league this season. And it wouldn't be a Montrose interview without a wee bit of a quiz thrown in as well. And we've got our Mr. and Mr. competition, which is running at the moment. So, without further ado, pleasure to welcome two legends of the club, Mr. Graham Webster and Mr. Andy Steeves. Woo!
Cheers, Ross.
Good, Ross.
Boys, pleasure to see you. So I'll start with you, Webby. What's been the sort of feel like the last couple of months of lockdown and eventually getting out of it for you?
It's been tough. Like I'm not gonna lie, I've missed football. Obviously, getting back training with the boys it's been great, and seeing everyone again. But obviously lockdown was tough. I was still working in that, so it was still a case of still working from home and keeping myself busy. But obviously the Tuesday, Thursday nights and not having the football on the Saturdays was obviously a struggle. But we're back there now, so yeah, long may that continue.
Yeah. And what about you, Steevesy? How was your post-lockdown?
So I sort of came off. I sort of went back to work around August the 3rd. So I was with the football both being at United and Montrose. I mean, I was just like furiously updating the timeline to see if the joint response group had come out with anything or if I was allowed to go out and do anything. So without football, my life was like it was a struggle. Like it wasn't great. So to get back to coaching and then eventually the following week getting back to training and seeing the boys 2, 3, 4 times a week, whatever it may be, was much needed. And as Webby says, now that it's back, hopefully that's it. Hopefully we never sort of go back into that lockdown sort of situation, because for anyone involved in football, it was horrible. Like,
yeah, no, I don't think any of us want to see somebody go back to that again. That's for sure. How did you find it going back to training with the sort of rules and regulations that there were? Was it a bit weird?
Yeah, I found it strange anyway. Obviously, there's a lot of protocols and things you wouldn't usually do going into training and getting your temperature taken and doing things like that. So it's not your normal Tuesday, Thursday night going into training, definitely. But do you know what? It's just great to be around the boys and that again, and obviously get the football out and just be part of a team again. Obviously, with me working from home, I'm not around my colleagues like at work even. So it's great to just have that sort of environment again where you're around the lads and having a bit of banter and stuff. So yeah, it's different, but it's still the same sort of boys that we've got here. So yeah, it's good to see them all again.
Yeah. And Stevesy, what about actually getting back and playing a game at the weekend there? That must have been great.
Do you know what? Like it was the most adrenaline I'd felt. Like that sort of that like evening before, morning of, like that feeling of going back to a game, like putting your tracksuit on and making your pre-match meal and sort of getting back to your like pre-game routines. Like I've never been so happy to do that in my life. First time, like I had to like dig out my shin pads. Hadn't needed them since like I can't remember what the middle of March, like going all the way down to Stranraer. They still had like the mud and the blood and the tears and all that on them from that minging game up there. So, but no, it was honestly so enjoyable. Like I was devastated. Like just after Webby scored, I asked the ref how long was to go. I was expecting like, oh, you've got 10, 15 minutes left, and he's like, well, that's pretty much it. So yeah, I mean, I can't wait for tomorrow night and then Saturday and then into the competitive games. It's honestly what a feeling it was to be back playing at Lions Park. The team talk on the pitch was weird though. Like that was weird. Like sitting in a circle. And, oh, honestly, it's like going back to boys' clubs, like sitting on the pitch before the game and giving the team and stuff like that. It's weird, but no, I really, really enjoyed it.
And how did it feel, Webby, scoring in basically an empty stadium almost?
Yeah, obviously you don't tend to celebrate your goals and friendlies too much because they don't tend to mean too much, and when you're about 5-10 yards offside as well, it's you don't want to celebrate them too much. But yeah, it's obviously great to be back and obviously scoring off the back of last season. Yeah, it's obviously one of my best years as well. So yeah, hopefully this year I can sort of continue that on, and yeah, hopefully there's a lot more to come as well. So yeah, fingers crossed.
Yeah, fingers crossed, mate. Yeah, it would be great, even if you had a repetition of last season. Never mind moving on. If you can move on, even better. But no, you had a great season. So fingers crossed you have the similar one this season for us.
Yeah.
Right, you guys have been given East Fife as the team that we'd like you to give a bit of an insight into. So it could be what your thoughts are in terms of how you think they'll do this season, or some of the games that we've played against them in the past. Just your sort of general thoughts on them. So Steevesy, I'll go to you first. What's your thoughts on East Fife this season?
I mean, I think Webby will agree, but since we'd come into the club, like I was in the back end of the 2014-15 season, but I've never once had an easy game against East Fife. Like the year that they obviously won League Two, they were very, very good, and then obviously we came up sort of shortly after, and in League One, like both home and away, they'll agree that the games are very, very competitive. We're two pretty well matched up teams. Their aspirations are pretty much the same as ours. We both want to sort of make playoffs, 3rd, 4th, 5th in the league sort of thing, pushed possibly even higher. So the fact that we've got similar aspirations, usually the games are very, very competitive and usually have meaning around them as well. Like we were actually, we were 1 point ahead of them and then playing them as soon as lockdown came in to sort of try and secure that 4th place sort of thing. So always tough games, always well set up. They're very, very, they play their wide players very, very narrow. They're always a difficult shape to play against. We've had success and failure against them in the past, and good players. I mean, they lost Anton Dowds, who's obviously their goal scorer, but they added Danny Swanson, who's different, but still a high caliber player to go along with their other midfielders as well. So, just expecting more of the same, competitive games against them, exciting games, and hopefully we come out on top of them.
Cool. I don't know if there's anything left for you to say, Webby.
Do you know what, Webby? I've totally killed you, mate. I could have gone on for 10, 15 minutes more.
Ross, I'll be honest, Steve's done probably about a 3-day match report on them the last couple of, the last night or something. He's wrote up something on the laptop. I don't know what I can say now. Do you want to just move on to the next bit? Is that all right? No, I'm kidding on. Do you know what? Everything that Stevie said, I would obviously echo. They are a very competitive team, and I'll be honest, I've never had an easy game against East Fife. It's one of these ones where we tend to do well at East Fife, and East Fife tend to do well up at Montrose. So I would say we've probably got a better record down there. Who knows why? We obviously have a better record down there, but it's always hard games against them. One that I'll always remember is obviously playing down there, and I can't remember the score. I think it was maybe just a 1-0, and we went on our Christmas night out after an East Fife game. So I'll always remember that one. But yeah, they're a tough team. They are a really tough team. But like Stevie said, they're always there or thereabouts to the playoffs, and obviously that's our sort of aspirations to get to the playoffs and maybe even higher. So yeah, there's always meaning to the games as well. So it's certainly a tough fixture in this league. If there's not really any easy ones, but East Fife's definitely one of the trickier ones, I would say. Yeah.
I suppose that's what you want as players, though. You want to be playing in games that have a bit of meaning, and you know you're getting a good run out there, and you feel like you're up against an adversary, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, there's no easy game in this league. All the teams are quite closely matched, and there's no game in the league where I would say away from home or at home you would think, oh, that's a definite 3 point sort of thing. So, like you say, it's great that it's competitive. You would much rather that, but obviously you're the team that always wants to come out with the 3 points. So yeah, we'll see how they line up. They'll definitely be up there, I would think. But yeah, we'll obviously just need to wait and see.
Yeah, I'm sure there'll be great games. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Right. Now, some people may think that this is the most important part of the evening. It is our Mr. and Mr. quiz. So you've been asked to bring 2 objects, one white. So what have you got that's white for us this evening?
I have our League 2 t-shirt. I have 2 of them. One of them is covered in Yazoo's lager blood. Yeah, so that one's currently hidden away in a box, but this is the one that I stole. This is the Queen one, so that's the one I've got.
I went for a bottle. For everyone that didn't know, I was in California last year. I think it was all over my social media that I was in America. So yeah, the boys will know where I was last year. So yeah,
it could be a while before you're back there. So
yeah, true.
And your blue item?
I've went chopping board.
I've went League Two, the theme, the strip that we won the league in. So that's what I've gone for. I've gone for a theme tonight. I thought I'd get creative.
You definitely. I've got to be honest, Webby. I mean, how small are the vegetables in your house? If that's the chopping board.
By the way, great chopping boards. Great chopping boards. You don't want a big one. You just want the wee one because they're easy to clean.
Yeah, I agree. That is honestly, if I was purchasing a chopping board, I'd be thinking about the afterwards, like the cleaning and I'm
you
not
just want
okay.
your minis. But yeah, best really small. So there's not a lot of vegetables, so.
I bow to your superior knowledge, gentlemen, on this one. I'll let you. Right. So the chat is you've got 8 questions. Okay. Now you can't beat our top score. You can only equal it. 2 of our pairings have got 8 out of 8. You know, I'm glad you're both sitting down. CJ and Liam are one of the pairings.
Like one mind, honestly. Same human being, just different, different body.
Yeah.
This is their sort of thing.
Yeah, Cammy Barton. Oh, I'll tell you what, they were quite excited at the prospect of being top of the league, though. I've got to be honest. It was lovely for them. And the other ones are Cammy Valentine and Lewis Milne. They're on 8 as well. If you want to be off the bottom of the pile, you need to get at least 2.
Right, I'll take that.
Okay.
I'm reasonably confident.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
So the chat is, I'll give you the question, and you have a bit of thinking time. Now, if you think that it's Webby that this answer best suits, you'd hold up your white item. And if you think the answer is Steevesy, you would hold up the blue item. So I'll give you a bit of thinking time. I'll count you in from 3. I'll say reveal, and you show the colour that you think best suits. So white for Webby, blue for Steevesy. Are we ready, boys?
Yeah, let's do it.
Indeed.
Good luck. Here we go. So your first question. Who looks in the mirror more? So who looks in the mirror more? 3, 2, 1, reveal. that seems to be a pretty easy one.
I think that's obviously Webby, like good looking lad, but that's an indictment on me as well, the way that I turn up to things like years old.
By the way, I would maybe see you for some things, Stevie, because that beard is very groomed. I imagine you being in the mirror with that beard quite a lot.
Yeah. That's not wrong actually,
yeah. Well, yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, it is looking pretty smart actually, isn't it? I mean, it's not like one of these Grizzly Adams jobs.
Yeah.
Honestly, man.
That takes a bit of work. Right, okay, so 1 out of 1. Question number 2. Who watches more television? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Oh, going against each other.
I just thought football, Stevie, because you watch.
Yeah, I actually, that went through my head as well. I did watch 4 games yesterday, so.
It says all. Oh God, man.
Webby, if you want to leave now, Webby, feel free.
Yeah. It's fine. Look at that.
Right, number 3. Who is always right? 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Yeah. That's not I'm always right. That's I think I'm right, and I'll argue until the other person gives up or we just start swearing at each other. So
I'll be honest, that wasn't hard for me. That was quite easy.
That would have been an easy one.
Yeah. Your face did give that away. It was like a milliseconds afterwards. Right, question number 4. Who is the funniest? 3, 2, 1, reveal.
That was early.
Yeah.
Stevie boy.
Well,
I've not got a lot about me, but yeah.
It's more the moments that's provided.
Yeah. I'm funny to laugh at actually sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm not a funny person. I'm just funny to laugh at. That's probably better.
So laugh with rather than laugh at.
I don't know, Ross. Something along those lines. I'm not a comedian. Put it that way.
All right, now here we go. Who has more shoes? Who has more shoes? 3, 2, 1, reveal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good man, Steeves.
Yeah. I've got 2 pairs of runners, a pair of Vans, and that's it. So football is.
I don't have a lot, to be fair, but yeah, I think I would probably just edge it with that. Just trainers, loads of trainers.
Yeah. Okay, so quite an easy one then.
Yeah, I probably would say that.
Okay, right. Number 6. Who is the biggest sulker? 3, 2, 1, reveal.
I'm working on it.
Honestly, like a wee baby.
Seems like you're going to counselling.
No, I've said to the boys this year, I'm making more of an effort just to be less of a so-and-so on the pitch, like just.
Yeah, the toys get thrown out quite quickly from Andrew, but he's fine.
Yeah. It's because I care, Ross, you know, I care.
Yeah, that's all it is.
I care.
It's good. It's a good thing.
He gets frustrated at the wingers sometimes, but that's just a typical left back.
Well, Blair's left, Webby, so you're the only one that's left to shout at. So.
You're going to be taking pelters.
Oh, God. There's nothing there. I'm used to it.
Well, here we go, though. I think this might be quite easy.
Oh, God.
Number 7. Who is most competitive? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Yes. Yeah. Based on the last answer.
By the way, that's not because Webby's not competitive.
Yeah, that's just. Yeah. Steve's next level.
You're ultra competitive, Steve.
Yeah.
Whole new level.
Yeah.
Well, boys, this is it. Number 8. Now, to be fair, I think it's only one that you haven't got. And to be fair, it was because Stevesy forgot that he watches 300 minutes of football in a day.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
He watches that much telly, he just didn't think he didn't watch that much telly. I don't know what he meant there, but okay, we'll take it.
So, you're on 6, chance to get 7 though. So, who is more likely to steal from a hotel room? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Oh, there we go. 7, boys.
Steve's too honest. Steve's too honest.
Yeah.
I probably definitely stole something back in the day. Back in one of the Dublin days. So.
Oh, there's 100% something come home from Dublin, like.
The dignity.
Dignity, that's left there, like, that's part of the whole like.
You probably got a lovely set of towels or something.
Yeah, I've definitely took some, but I don't know what like. But yeah, have a look.
Have a look. You can bring it to the next game.
Yeah.
Look, boys, thanks for doing this. Pleasure to see you. I'm really looking forward to actually seeing you boys in the flesh at the next home game against Brecon. I can't wait, and I'm glad that you boys are back enjoying your football.
Thanks very much.
Yeah,
it's great to be back.
Look forward to seeing you.
Okay,
mate.
yeah. Take care of yourselves. See you on Saturday.
Take care, man.
Have a good one, Ross. Cheers. Thank you.